Tape 1, Side B. Allay means to calm, pacify. To allay the passengers' fear, the crew announced that the fire was under control. Association: I lay down and always feel calm. Allay, to calm, pacify. Bedlam, scene of uproar, place of disruption and confusion. In no time at all, the boys had turned the quiet, orderly household into bedlam. Association: see lambs jumping all over the bed, causing an uproar. See it. Bedlam, scene of uproar, place of disruption and confusion. Cache, C-A-C-H-E, means a hiding place. The informant led the police to the cache where the loot was stored. Association: cache sounds like cash, money. Put your cash in the hiding place. Cache means a hiding place. Chattel, C-H-A-T-T-E-L, is a movable possession. In many countries around the world, women are still considered chattel. Association: chattel sounds like cattle. Put the cattle on the moving van and move it. Chattel, a movable possession. Chimerical, C-H-I-M-E-R-I-C-A-L, means fantastic, wildly unreal. To hope for a society where hunger doesn't exist is highly chimerical. Association: it's a miracle how well the cleaner fantastic cleans the counter. Unreal. Chimerical means fantastic, wildly unreal. Let's review. Allay means to calm, pacify. Bedlam means a scene of uproar, place of disruption and confusion. Cache is a hiding place. Chattel is a movable possession. And chimerical means fantastic, wildly unreal. Decorous means proper, in good taste, conventional. His decorous behavior was praised by his teachers. Association: picture the chorus girls at the convention carrying props and acting in good taste. Decorous means proper, in good taste, conventional. Erudite means scholarly, learned. The author was clearly erudite about the lives of the great philosophers. Association: the scholar learned to like our diet. Erudite, scholarly, learned. Eschew, E-S-C-H-E-W, means to avoid. He eschewed all display of emotion as the judge pronounced sentence. Association: if someone throws a shoe at you, duck to avoid it. Eschew means to avoid. Expunge, to wipe out, remove, delete. If you behave, I will expunge this notation from your record. Association: take the sponge and wipe out all the X's on the blackboard. Expunge, wipe out, remove, delete. Facade, a face or front of a building or anything. The patient's cheerful smile was just a facade. She was suffering terribly. Association: see the front of the building with a face that is sad. Facade, face or front of a building or anything. Let's review. Decorous means proper, in good taste, conventional. Erudite means scholarly, learned. Eschew means to avoid. Expunge means wipe out, remove, delete. Facade means a face or front of a building or anything. Fastidious, selecting carefully, choosing only what is good. The restaurant was so crowded that the waitress did not have patience for the fastidious customer. Association, fast and tidy people are always choosy. Fastidious, selecting carefully, choosing only what is good. Flag means to droop, become weak. The encouraging cheers of the crowd lifted the team's flagging spirits. Association, see the flag drooping on the flagpole on the windless day. Flag means to droop, become weak. Florid means elaborate and ornate, rosy-colored, ruddy. The angrier he got, the more florid his face became. Association, always buy elaborate roses from the florist. Florid, elaborate and ornate, rosy-colored, ruddy. Juxtapose, place side by side. Comparison will be easier if you juxtapose the paintings. Association, the photographer told the twins to just pose side by side. Juxtapose, place side by side. Latent means hidden, dormant. He had a latent fear of heights, which he only discovered while visiting the Empire State Building. Association, the doormat lay hidden in the tent. Latent, hidden, dormant. Let's review. Fastidious means selecting carefully, choosing only what is good. Flag means to droop, become weak. Florid means elaborate and ornate, rosy-colored. Juxtapose means place side by side. And latent means hidden, dormant. Mercurial means fickle, changing moods. She's so mercurial, you never know from one moment to the next what her mood will be. Association, mercury in a thermometer is always changing. Mercurial, fickle, changing moods. Nugatory, N-U-G-A-T-O-R-Y, means worthless. My last-minute cramming was nugatory. At the examination, I remembered nothing. Association, the prospector discovered that the nuggets were worthless. Nugatory, worthless. Pinnacle means highest point. The Nobel Prize is the pinnacle of achievement. Association, see the nickel with the pin in it on the peak of the mountain. Pinnacle, highest point. Reprobate means a villain, an immoral person. The students showed their reprobation of his act by refusing to talk with him. Association, the villain was such an immoral person the judge put him on probation. Reprobate, villain, immoral person. Sinecure, an office or position requiring little or no work. The governor-generalship had always been considered a sinecure for lesser royalty. Association. The employee felt so secure because he was well paid and had little to do. Sinecure. An office or position requiring little or no work. Let's review. Mercurial means fickle, changing moods. Nugatory means worthless. Pinnacle means highest point. Reprobate means villain, immoral person. Sinecure is an office or position requiring little or no work. Sojourn, S-O-J-O-U-R-N, to stay at a place temporarily. They sojourned in California until the East Coast's winter had passed. Association. The friend said to the explorer, "Stay a while, so journey no more." Sojourn, to stay at a place temporarily. Succor, S-U-C-C-O-R, to aid in time of need. Those who give succor to the poor are rewarded with satisfaction and tax deductions. Association. The lost little girl at the aid station was given a succor. Succor, to aid in time of need. Nosegay, small bouquet of flowers. These roses will make a pretty nosegay for the wedding. Association. See him stick his nose into a gay bouquet of flowers. Nosegay, small bouquet of flowers. Tirade, T-I-R-A-D-E, long or angry criticism or denunciation. Whenever he drank too much, he would go into a long tirade against communism. Association. I'm tired of long, angry speeches. Tirade, long or angry criticism or denunciation. Turnkey is a jailer. The turnkey announced that the prisoner had a visitor. Association. The jailer is the one who turns the keys. Let's review. Sojourn means to stay at a place temporarily. Succor means to aid in time of need. Nosegay is a small bouquet of flowers. Tirade is long or angry criticism or denunciation. And turnkey is a jailer. You are now going to hear a story utilizing all the dynamic vocabulary you have just learned. You should plan to listen to the story 3 times. The first time, just follow the story and its characters. I will read the story at a casual pace so you can follow easily. Then, rewind to the beginning of the story and listen a second time. Once you know what the story is about, you will be better able to concentrate on the context, how, where, and in what situation the word is used. The third time you listen to the story, be prepared to read along in your workbook. Then, complete the exercise in your workbook that corresponds to this story by filling in the blanks with either the actual word or one of its synonyms. Ready? Let's begin. This story is entitled, The English Teacher. Mr. Stone was a decorous man, somber in manner and fastidious in dress. Except for the florid bow ties he wore like nosegays on his chest. Lucy was a monster of a girl who created bedlam in every classroom she entered and equated teacher with turnkey. So, when the class rolls for the new semester were published and Lucy turned up on Mr. Stone's English literature roster, everyone thought the juxtaposition of effete scholar and juvenile reprobate rich indeed. Bets were placed on how long it would take the girl to destroy the man. Mr. Fox, the journalism teacher, gave Mr. Stone 1 week to gear up for his sojourn at a funny farm. Mr. Simpson, the driver's ed teacher, revealed his latent optimism by giving Mr. Stone 2 weeks before taking on his new sinecure as activities director for a senior citizen's home. All eyes in the teacher's lounge turned on Mr. Stone as he walked in the door after the first day of class. Feigning disinterest, Mr. Simpson asked how his day went. Not a garrulous man, Mr. Stone responded with his usual calm, "Fine." Days passed, and then weeks passed, and Mr. Stone's calmness didn't flag. His colleagues looked for cracks in the facade, a choleric outburst, mercurial behavior, but found no change. It became unbearable to Fox and Simpson. Their curiosity had to be slaked. Eschewing more honorable methods, they decided to become spies. Out of a cache where he kept cherished chattels, Simpson removed an antique spyglass he bought years ago. The two men positioned themselves in an empty classroom across the walkway and focused the spyglass on the large windows looking into Mr. Stone's class. It looked like their careful preparation would be nugatory when the blinds of the window with the best view were down. Fox dashed into the room moments before class started and pulled them up. He came back shaken, having been hit by the juvenile naughtiness of their plan. This is the pinnacle of absurdity. Why don't we just ask the man how he's handling Lucy? Why don't we— Simpson broke off his friend's tirade by allaying his fears. It will soon be over, Simpson assured him, and with their curiosity expunged, they could return to their erudite business of succoring young minds. The bell rang. Class began, but Lucy was nowhere to be seen. The two men snickered. "What a sly old dog," said Fox. "He's keeping his peace of mind by letting her ditch." Just at that moment, the door creaked open, and the men beheld a chimerical nightmare. There stood the demonic Lucy with half of Fox's journalism class. She was smiling angelically. After you have listened to this story twice, continue the audio portion of the tape to finalize your mastery of these words. Listen and repeat each of the following words and their synonyms. Let's begin. Slake, gratify, satiate, sate, garrulous, chatty, wordy, verbose, effete, spent, sterile, powerless, choleric, cranky, irritable, petulant, feign, fake, fabricate, simulate, allay, soothe, quiet, mollify, bedlam, chaos, commotion, disorder, cache, stash, stockpile, reserve, chattel, goods, belongings, property, chimerical, imaginary, fanciful, dreamlike, decorous, wholesome, upstanding, decent, erudite, academic, wise, pedantic, eschew, reject, abstain, shun, expunge, cancel, abolish, obliterate, facade, appearance, exterior, pretense, fastidious, exacting, discriminating, finicky, flag, lose vigor, wane, languish, florid, red, glowing, sanguine, juxtapose, connect, adjoin, touching, latent, inactive, potential, possible, mercurial, erratic, inconsistent, capricious, nosegay, bunch of flowers, a posy, blooms, nugatory, insignificant, ineffectual, trivial, pinnacle, ultimate, culmination, utmost, reprobate, vile wretch, scoundrel, miscreant, sinecure, soft job, cushy job, political pickings, sojourn, visit, stopover, vacation, succor, assistance, relief, help, tirade, scolding, reprimand, censure, and turnkey, warden, guard, keeper. This concludes Tape 1, Side B. Before continuing, please complete the review in your Vocabulary Dynamics workbook. Thereafter, continue with Tape 2, Side A.